Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is your host Thomas Sari from On the Hot Podcast. Today I have some bonus content for you guys. The bonus content I will be covering for you guys will be regarding the sport of basketball in the NBA world. If you guys haven't checked out our latest episode 93 is now available on all four of our platforms: our Instagram account, our Facebook account, our YouTube account, and our Apple Podcast account. So if you have not watched or listened to episode 93, you can check us out on all four of those platforms. So in this bonus segment today, I'll be sharing my thoughts on the Golden State Warriors, and I'll be sharing my thoughts on the Golden State Warriors being capable of going on a deep playoff run this NBA season. So to me, it's so hard to count out a dynasty, one of the best dynasties in the 21st century of sports that we have witnessed over the Golden State Warriors. The greatness of Steph Curry, the greatness of Klay Thompson, the greatness of Draymond Green, what he brings as an overall player, defensively and his basketball IQ. What Steve Kerr has done for this organization and this core. But to me, this year, it just seems like this is not their year. And it's terrible because you would like to see how they would defend their NBA title. But I just don't see this team heading into the playoffs going on a deep playoff run. I think there's a lot of problems that the team is going through at this particular time, with the playoffs being just a few weeks away. And I'm going to cover that in this segment. So, to me, starting off with the first problem that this Golden State Warriors team is going through is they are a complete different team. They're two different teams when they are on the road and they're playing at home in San Francisco, California. They're two different teams. When you look at their home record and their away record, you would think, is this the same Golden State Warriors team? Is this a different team that you're discussing? The Golden State Warriors home record, they have 29 wins and 7 losses at home. Their road record is horrendous. It's terrible. They have 7 wins and 26 losses on the road. And right now they're in a weird winning streak and a weird losing streak right now. At home right now, they are on a 8-game winning streak, and on the road they are on a 8-game losing streak. So to me, it's just that's not championship basketball. That's never been in the Golden State Warriors DNA. All the way up to this point, as soon as this dynasty got kickstarted, they've always been a compatible team, a team that can get it done on the road, a team that can get it done, especially at home. And during this dynasty, yes, they have always had talent there. I just named the core that has stayed together this whole entire time. Kevin Durant was a part of 2 out of 4 of their championships, and they had a lot of talent on the team. That talent has never been an issue with this Golden State Warriors team over the years when they've been winning championships. But if you look at what has also been the X factor of them winning championships, and not only just winning championships, since this dynasty has been together, they've been to 6 total NBA finals, going 4-2 in the finals. But the X factor in this has always been the fact that the Golden State Warriors have had home court advantage. They have always been a first seed, nothing less than a second seed in the Western Conference, always having the ability to be having home court advantage. That is how the Golden State Warriors have been so successful in the playoffs over the years, is also having home court advantage. And we have not seen to this point that the Golden State Warriors can win a championship without having home court advantage, because that has certainly not happened since this dynasty has gotten started. You look at all their losing, the times they didn't get to the finals. I understand the 2021 season where it was mainly just Steph Curry because others were hurt and nobody else was really there. They didn't even get to the playoffs. They were in the play-in tournament. There's so many other situations that this Golden State Warriors team did not get to the finals because they did not have home court advantage. 2020 you can throw in the mix as well, even though nobody was healthy, but you have to have home court advantage if you're the Golden State Warriors to have success in the playoffs. They have not shown it at all in their dynasty so far. The team is absolutely terrible defensively on the side of the basketball. They're allowing their opponents on a nightly basis to score 117 points per game. That is horrendous, and that's not a championship recipe that the Golden State Warriors have had in their DNA during this dynasty as well. The leadership of Draymond Green being on the defensive end of the court, being a former defensive player of the year in the 2017 NBA season, Draymond Green has not shown the capability. He has not shown the leadership on the defensive side of the ball, and this was one of the reasons why teams are scoring 117 points a night on this Golden State Warriors team. That is a huge problem. And then the icing on the cake to me is that Andrew Wiggins one of the Golden State Warriors key components for them going on a championship run. He's going through a lot right now and is not with the team right now. I believe he's going through some family issues, family matters from the reports that I've seen. And head coach Steve Kerr has reported that he does not know the timetable for Andrew Wiggins. He does not know if Andrew Wiggins is going to be back or not this NBA season, whether if he's going to be back before the end of the regular season or even for the playoff run that they're about to go on. So to me, if Andrew Wiggins is not there, that's a huge red flag to me for this Golden State Warriors team. There are Andrew Wiggins was a huge X factor and a huge reason why they won the championship last year for him contributing on the offensive side and the defensive side of the basketball last year for this Warriors team, and especially the defensive play they had in the finals against the Boston Celtics. So if they're not going to have Andrew Wiggins, and you just added up all the problems I just said, and we don't know how capable of a run they can go on if they do not have home court advantage, that being the first or second seed. At this time, I don't see the Denver Nuggets giving up that first seed, and I think the Sacramento Kings are going to ride it out and earn the second seed in the West due to the circumstances of the John Morant situation with the Memphis Grizzlies. So therefore, if they're not going to get the first or second seed, I just don't see this team going on a deep playoff run. The West is wide open, though, so never say never, but in my opinion, and my prediction, it's gonna be tough for the Golden State Warriors to go on a playoff run. I just don't see that happening this year, and it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to see if I think actually they'll be lucky if they can make it out of the first round. Right now, it depends on who the Western Conference is a bumper to bumper right now. Seedings change on a nightly basis. And win or lose, you could go from the third seed all the way down right now. That's how tight it is in the West. So right now, as I'm recording this video, the Warriors are the fifth seed in the West. And right now, if the season ended today, they would have to match up against the Phoenix Suns in the first round, who are expected to have Kevin Durant back by playoff time. I don't like their chances. It depends on the draw. It depends on who they're going to play in the first round, because I don't see them beating a top team in the West of a Denver Nuggets or of a Phoenix Suns. Maybe a tight 7-game series against the Sacramento Kings. But it's going to be tough. I just don't see them going on a deep playoff run this year. But that is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is your host, Tom Cyree, signing off. And I'll see you guys on next week's episode.